Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of AWA TV as we continue our ride and continue our road to title turmoil. Our very first PLE, where we will crown every one of our inaugural champions on the same night. Tonight, we kick things off with the AWA Championship Tournament first round match, the final first round match. Trick Williams, William Regal. Winner of this will main event TV episode 4 against LA Knight. And the winner of that match will face the winner of tonight's main event, Roman Reigns against Gunther, with the first spot in the main event of Title Turmoil on the line. That is all tonight is about. Tonight is all about Title Turmoil. And we are all ready to go here, and we will kick things off against the young up and comer Trick Williams, going up against the surely first ballot Hall of Famer William Regal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams.
Okay. Anyways. Trick Williams with the shot and the chance to be the first ever AWA champion. If he can get through William Regal tonight. But if he were to get through William Regal, he still has to get through LA Knight, the megastar who knocked off Ilya Dragunov in a decisive victory to earn his way into the semifinals. Our first semifinal match, tonight's main event, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and the Ring General Gunther.
And his opponent from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 240 pounds, William Regal.
Regal with the chance as well to be the first ever AWA champion. To main event the first ever Title Turmoil. And thus the match begins. The first match of AWA TV Episode 3 is sure to be a barnstormer. William Regal, Trick Williams. The winner faces LA Knight in the semifinals. Knees to the back by Williams. Cover here by Trick. And a kick out before the referee can count one on to Regal. Collar elbow tie up here. The crafty veteran William Regal with the control. Ringing out the arm. Regal, a former WWE Intercontinental Champion, multi-time WCW United States Champion and Tag Champion in both companies as well. Cover here by Trick again. Kick out by Regal. Referee having to get involved and separate these two men. And again, this time again, Trick with the power advantage. Again, the referee separating. Shots by Trick. Backing Regal into the corner. Trick now with a running clothesline and a back elbow, throwing Regal out of the corner. To the top rope now goes Williams. Waiting for Regal to stand, and a diving clothesline off the top rope, and now Trick again to the top. And a big splash covered by Williams. Is he going to title turmoil? Kick out. Well, let me rephrase. Is he going to next week's main event where he will face LA Knight, the man who shockingly defeated Ilya Dragunov? And now here we go. Shots back and forth. Regal with the open hand strikes. Trick Williams with the closed strikes. Knife edge chops by Regal now. Reversal by Regal instead. Another open hand. Now a knife edge by Williams. Reversal by Regal. Knife edge by Regal. Trick Williams saying, "Bring it, old man." Shot by Regal. And now here we go. The two men just continuing to brawl it out. Reversal now by Williams. Trick with a standing suplex, taking down Regal. Cover here by Trick. And a kick out again at 1 by Regal. Trick Williams has had all of the pinfalls, attempted pinfalls in this match. And now Regal, spear to the outside. Williams now on the top rope, waiting for Regal to stir. And a double axe handle does not connect all of it, though. Regal now with Trick into the stairs. Referee begins her count now. Again, Regal throwing Williams across the floor. Referee's count will stall at 3 if Trick gets back into the ring. Trick taking some time to breathe. And back in comes Williams. Now Regal back on Trick Williams with a knee to the midsection, dropping Trick Williams. Regal now with the Regal stretch applied. The Regal stretch applied onto Trick Williams. Is this gonna be it? Is Williams gonna tap to the Regal stretch? And he doesn't. Kickoff by Williams. Shot to the back by Williams. Williams taking out the power game of Regal. Cover here by Williams. Is he... And Regal's feet are in the ropes. Inexperience of Trick Williams there. Diving forearm off the second rope by Williams. Williams, again, back in control of this matchup. He has been in control of this matchup quite a bit here. Planting Regal, covered by Williams. 1, 2, and Trick Williams with a decisive victory over William Regal.
Here is
which means the main event of AWA TV Episode 4 will be Trick Williams and LA Knight, with the winner facing the winner of tonight's main event, Roman Reigns or Gunther. What a matchup that was. Huge shout out to William Regal and Trick Williams. Nothing to be ashamed of for either man. Now it is time for us to switch gears and to talk about the women's title six-pack challenge elimination match at Title Turmoil. Already qualifying: Asuka, Indy Hartwell, Jada Parker, and Liv Morgan.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Final two spots will be decided here on this episode. This match decides the fifth spot between Alexa Bliss, who you see there, and Cora Jade. And later on tonight, Rhea Bloody Ripley and Zoe Stark look to claim the last spot in that match.
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Cora, there you see Alexa Bliss. There you see Cora Jade. Two women really cut from the same cloth. The winner takes the fifth spot in the AWA Women's Championship six-pack challenge elimination match, which takes place at Title Torment. I know I mentioned in the last episode that I will announce the date for Title Torment this episode. However, I want to see exactly where we fall with the card from the next episode, because if we can finish and set all the matches in stone after episode 4, then we're going to be getting the PLE this week. Today is going to be a double upload day of AWA's TV episodes 3, the one that you're watching now, and episode 4. Now, we might be having to do parts 1 and 2 of both of those like we had to do with episode 2. Just bear with me here. Still learning how to work things out with that. Cora Jade now with Alexa Bliss up on her shoulders. Possibly was going for a buckle bomb reversal by Bliss. Bliss, a former multi-time Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion in the WWE. Discus back elbow. Cora Jade now to the second rope, going for a double axe handle, connecting to the midsection. Cover here by Jade. What an upset this would be if Jade could knock off Alexa Bliss, and a kick out at 2 by Bliss. Late kick out by Bliss, though. Bliss is already starting to feel it here. Now Jade planting. Alexa. Jade now with a drop kick, missed, reversed by Bliss. Bliss, however, with a kick to the midsection. Bliss now with a drop kick to the side of the head of Cora Jade. Shots to the back of Cora Jade by the smaller Bliss, taking out the power. Bliss now slapping Cora Jade. And again, shots by Bliss. And we are again back in a stare down, back in a chop fest. These two women both want to take that 5th spot at Title Turmoil for the Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss telling Cora Jade, bring it, sister. Bring it. We are tearing the house down. And again, shots. Roll up by Bliss. Is this going to be enough? One, and a kick out by Jade. To the second rope goes Alexa Bliss. Axe handle to the face. Rolling Jade over now. To the ropes and over the head of Cora Jade. Alexa Bliss measuring her opponent, sending Jade to the ropes. Drop down by Bliss over the head of Jade. And again, dropping Cora Jade where she stands. Went for the double knees to the midsection and missed. Jade now planting Bliss. Cover by Jade, running to the cover. Referee 1, 2, and a kick out by Bliss. DDT by Jade. Cover again. Is Jade going to Title Turmoil? There's 2. Jade with the upset of Bliss. Cora Jade upsets. Cora Jade upsets Alexa Bliss. What a match that was. Cora Jade is going to Title Torment. One more spot remains. It will either be Zoe Stark or Mommy Rhea Ripley later on tonight. Now, the final spot in the AWA United States Championship triple threat matches up for grabs. Excuse me, as the phenomenal AJ Styles goes one-on-one with Booker T.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Styles looking to join Braun Breaker and Eddie Guerrero, who knocked off Dragon Lee and Ethan Page respectively in the triple threat match for the AWA United States Championship. And here comes Booker T.
From Houston, Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, Booker T.
Booker T one-on-one with AJ Styles. What a match this here is sure to be. Again, keep in mind, the badass Braun Breaker and Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero have already qualified for the triple threat match for the U.S. title at AWA Title Turmoil. Now, speaking of PLEs, Title Turmoil is not the only PLE that's coming up. After Title Turmoil, there is also, after Title Turmoil, obviously we're going to have not only more PLEs to come, but the next one can already be announced here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Our next PLE will be called Option A, where 8 men will be vying for a shot at the Option A contract inside the Option A briefcase. This means that they can cash in that briefcase anytime, anywhere on their opponent for the next 6 months. Booker T now in control of AJ Styles. And who knows, just because you may lose this match doesn't mean your championship hopes are dashed. You can have the chance to qualify for that Option A ladder match, which the Option A qualifying matches will begin on the first episode of AWA TV following Title Turmoil. Cover here by Booker T. 1 and a kick out by Styles. And now Styles getting just pummeled by the Houston, Texas native Booker T. AJ now going for a springboard move, and AJ is wearing the wounds of war. AJ Styles has been busted open by Booker T. To the top rope now goes Booker. Went for a reversal, did Styles, was not able to connect. Kick out by Styles before the referee can count 1. Styles now in control of Booker T. AJ could be going for a calf crusher. AJ with a submission locked in. Is Booker going to tap? AJ releases the submission. AJ now taking out the knees of Booker T. You take that out. You take out the scissors kick. And now, again, this time he did lock in the calf crusher and was forced to break due to the ropes. AJ now with a big sweep there. Taking out Booker T now. Going for a snapmare suplex. AJ now with the cover. Is he punching his ticket to Title Turmoil? Kick out at 2 by Booker. Another cover, this time hooking the leg, and this time a cheat cover by Styles. Styles now taking over Booker T. Cover again by Styles. 1, 2, and Styles defeats Booker T. Shockingly.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal
Hang on there, friends. I've made a mistake with my note keeping here. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about the AWA television title. As we now have multiple matches, 100% signed and set in stone for AWA title tournament. The IC title match is set up, is fully made and finalized. It'll be Grayson Waller, Andrade, JBL, and Damian Priest for the IC title. And then for the US title, it's Eddie Guerrero, Braun Breaker, and as you just saw, AJ Styles.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Kansas City, weighing in at 285 pounds, Baron Corbin!
Corbin here looks to join Javon Evans and Cody Rhodes as the third man to qualify for the 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal for the AWA television title at Title Tournament. That match will be fully set in stone next episode, which will also be posted today. But on this specific card, tonight,
From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander!
also on this card today, on this episode of AWA TV, later on, it's Kane and Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, Wade Barrett, Wes Lee, and Bronson Reed. Matches that I'm sure everybody wants to see. And next episode, Bubba Ray Dudley takes on the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre, and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes one-on-one with main event Jey Uso. I'm sure everybody is looking forward to that on the next episode and later on in this episode of AWA TV. All of this moving us forward to AWA Title Tournament. What athleticism by Cedric Alexander, taking out the neck of the much bigger Baron Corbin. Cedric now to the rope with a enziguri to the back of Baron Corbin's head. That is not where you want to be with somebody like Cedric Alexander inside the ring. You do not want to be outside of it with all of this athleticism. I will say, though, a lot of, and this is, I said the same thing about Javon Evans. A good portion of Cedric's moveset comes from being able to springboard and use the ropes in a battle royal situation. That does not lend well to that kind of moveset. You would have to think that if Cedric were to win here, he wouldn't be a favorite. On the other hand, Baron Corbin would be a favorite because most of his moveset is ground-based technique and mat-based wrestling. And it's easier for him. Cover here by Corbin. Is Corbin with a quick victory again? Cover by now Cedric, and now a cover again by Corbin and a kick out before one. Shots to the back of Cedric. Powering down Alexander. Corbin, like I was saying, Corbin would be a favorite. You know, he's a bigger man. It's going to be hard to get somebody of Corbin's stature out of the ring, whereas a smaller man, you know, like the 200-pound Alexander... Alexander now with the springboard taking out Corbin. It would be easier to get somebody of Alexander's stature out of a battle royal. DDT dropping Corbin, but I say that, and Alexander really has been in control of much of this matchup. Corbin, a former multi-time champion in the WWE United States. I believe he was Intercontinental Champion as well. Former Mr. Money in the Bank as well in the WWE. Cedric Alexander, former Cruiserweight Champion. And a deep six by Corbin. Is this it? Is Corbin going to title turmoil? And a kick out by Alexander. And now Corbin measuring his man, perhaps looking for the end of days, planting Cedric Alexander. You could count to 20. Corbin is going to title turmoil.
Here is your winner,
Baron Corbin knocking off Cedric Alexander. To punch his ticket to that 8-man battle royal. 2 men also looking to punch their tickets to title turmoil for the television title battle royal. The Big Red Machine Kane and this man, former tag team IC United States, I believe, champion in the WWE, former NXT champion.
is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Zayn has a tall task ahead of him as he faces the 300-pound Big Red Machine Kane. Sami Zayn looking to join the likes of Baron Corbin, Cody Rhodes, and Javon Evans as one of the 8 men to be a part of the AWA television title 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal. You can feel the heat coming off of the stage.
from the pits
Kane, 323. Sami Zayn, a measly 212 pounds. Kane is going to be the heavy favorite going into this match. There you see Sami Zayn. There you see the big red machine, Kane. I've never seen that before. Kane now already holding a submission hold on to Sami Zayn. With the submission hold, is Zayn going to tap out already and just planting the face of Sami Zayn to the... Is he already possibly going for a choke slam? Shot by Kane. And just powering down Sami. Jiminy Christmas. Leg drop by Kane. Kane is in full control of this matchup here in the early stages. Kane with Sami Zayn up and planting Zayn with a power slam on the floor. Zayn is not having a good way with it, and now he goes ribs first into the steel steps. Back in the ring comes Zayn. Zayn is really having a hard way with this one here. Stalling suplex by Kane. Just at this point, just torturing Zayn. Now with a boot to the side of Zayn's face. Now just walking a proverbial mud hole in Zayn. Zayn is trying his best to stay in this match, but it has not gone easy for him so far. Kane now with a shot to the midsection. Zayn is really starting to feel it now. Zayn with a cup landing some shots. Kane still, though, still in control for the most part is Kane, and now just taking it to Sami. Sami trying to come back with those open hand palm strikes, but it's not phasing the big red machine. To the ropes, and now a tilt-a-whirl back slam by Kane. Cover here by Kane. And a kick, and Sami, ever the underdog, coming out at one. Went for a clothesline, and Kane just shrugging it off. To the ropes goes Sami. Reversal by Sami Zayn. Now Zayn starting to feel it now from this capacity crowd here. Face first into the corner goes Kane. Sami now really starting to feel it with a tilt-a-whirl DDT onto Kane. Dropping the big red machine. Now clotheslines, and here comes Sami Zayn. Push off drop kick by the underdog, definite underdog in this match, Sami Zayn. Now Sami going for a camel clutch, and in the ropes is Kane. Sami knows what it takes to be at the top of his ladder. Championship pedigree in the WWE, as well as Kane. Back of the neck elbow. Repaying the favor, stomping a mud hole into Kane now. Shots by Sami. Sammy now showing off the power, dropping Kane onto the hardest part of the ring. Sammy is in full control now of Kane. Into the barricade goes the Big Red Machine. Sami Zayn to the top rope. And crossbody to the floor. Zayn really could walk away with this victory and secure himself a spot in the title tournament. 8-man Battle Royal uppercut to the throat of Sami Zayn. Kane now with Zayn up and just planting him through the mat. Kane with Sami back first into the corner, chucking Sami across the ring. Kane is now measuring Sami Zayn, going for what could be a tombstone, and this could seal the end of championship hopes for Sami. 2, and no! Zayn kicked out of the tombstone. Zayn kicked out of the tombstone. And now Kane is pissed. He is just choking Sami. Choking Sami out in the corner. Kane now with a went for it over the head. Zayn now with Kane to the ropes, went for a big boot and missed. Kane now going for the patented vintage Kane sidewalk slam. Kane now measuring Sami yet again. And again, we could see another reversal by Sami. Shots to the Big Red Machine. Sami has reversed and kicked out of a tombstone now. Sami with Kane up. Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Kane. Sami with Kane in the corner. Haluva kick. Haluva kick by Sami. Sami, cover on Kane. Is this it? 1, 2. Sami Zayn is going to title turmoil.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn.
Kicked out of a tombstone, reversed another tombstone. Blue Thunder Bomb and a Haluva kick is what it took for the ultimate underdog, Sami Zayn, to put down the Big Red Machine. Sami Zayn defeats Kane and moves on to the 8-man Battle Royal at Title Turmoil for the television title. Speaking of the television title 8-man Battle Royal, the leader of the new bloodline, Solo Sikoa, upset about not being able to possibly have tag title gold, not being able to have U.S. title gold, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, IC title gold, coming out alone as Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa lost to the Wyatt Six.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa aggravated at Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa for losing against the Wyatt Six in a match that would have seen Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa move on to Title Turmoil to face the Street Profits for the tag titles. That is now going to be the two members of the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy will not tell me who those two members are going to be. On top of that, the same show, excuse me, Damian Priest knocks off Jacob Fatu to, qualify for the IC title Fatal 4-Way match. Solo Sikoa is the last hope for the new bloodline to have any resemblance of gold in it. In order for him to do that, he has to defeat the bullhammer-wielding Brit, Bad News Wade Barrett, to qualify for the AWA television title 8-man Battle Royal.
And his opponent from Preston, England, weighing in at 246 pounds, Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett, former multi-time Intercontinental Champion in WWE in his own right, looking to become the first ever AWA television champion. Barrett has a tall task ahead of him as he takes on the powerful Solo Sikoa. Solo is a very powerful Samoan who will stop at nothing. There you see him there. He will stop at nothing to bring gold to his family. Match underway here. Sikoa and Wade Barrett. Power bomb. Early advantage going to Wade Barrett. Targeting the leg now of Solo Sikoa. Barrett, 6'6", 240-pound man. Former multi-time Intercontinental Champion in the WWE, and it's an elbow to the back of Sikoa. Cover here by Barrett. 1, 2, and wait! A kick out at 2 by Sikoa already. Sikoa already feeling the effects. And a late kick out. Now a jawbuster on to Barrett. Sikoa with a reversal. Super kick by Sikoa. Cover by Solo. 1 kick out at 1 by Wade Barrett. Barrett now with a back suplex. Now another cover here by Wade Barrett. 1 kick out at 1 by Solo Sikoa. Sikoa, former NXT North American champion in his own right in WWE. Really just starting in his young career. Has many, many years left, and there's a senton. Possibly a future AWA champion. Either one of these men could be a future AWA champion. They could also be a future AWA television champion, as the winner will take that 6th spot. Solo is really starting to feel it here to the top rope. Double axe handle to the floor. But Barrett now really starting to feel the effects and is really reeling here in this matchup. Solo really has the advantage. Solo told the new bloodline, I can handle this on myself. STO by Solo. 2, and it's a 3, and Solo with the victory over Wade Barrett off the STO. Solo Sikoa with the victory. Wade Barrett, no wait, what's Solo doing? Solo now with the assault, with the post-match assault onto Wade Barrett. sending Barrett face first to the apron. This is completely uncalled for by Solo. Into the stairs goes Barrett. He said he was going to take out his frustration on Wade Barrett, and that he does. Solo qualifies for the TV title match. As will one of these two men. Wesley one-on-one with Big Bronson Reed.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wesley.
Lee, a former North American champion at NXT. Although Lee is really just starting here in his career in the WWE. Or, sorry, in the AWA. Fans not feeling Wesley today. However, Wesley really has to avoid this match going too long. The longer this match goes, it's going to favor his opponent, the big man, Bronson Reed. The big Australian, dangerous man.
And his opponent from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
You heard Mike Rome. Wesley is barely over 200 pounds. And then you have this man, Bronson Reed, 320 plus pounds of humanity, getting into the ring to take on Wesley. Wesley is certainly the underdog in this match, as he has a tall mountain to climb if he hopes to make it to AWA's Title Turmoil PLE in the 6th of 8 spots. Bronson Reed one-on-one with Wesley. Lee now in a collar elbow tie-up against Bronson and winning the power game over Reed. Not something I can say I expected. Now a shot backs Reed up into the corner. Wesley has to maintain a fast pace or he will be caught by the big man, taking out the knee of those tree trunk sized legs of Bronson Reed. Now a headlock here on the Bronson Reed. Wesley is really surprisingly, Wesley is overpowering Bronson Reed. Cover here by Lee, kick out before the count of 1 by Bronson Reed. Again, backing Reed into the ropes, referee having to get involved. Went for a super kick, missed, and a huge chop just drops Wesley, and now here comes the big man. This may end up having to be a 2-part video, friends. AWA Episode 3. AWA TV Episode 3 should be a 2-part episode. Hopefully this match finishes in the next 5 minutes. We can So that way we can start fresh in a missile drop kick, dropping the big Bronson Reed. Another missile drop kick, again dropping Reed. To the top rope goes Wesley. Frog splash by Lee. Lee has Bronson Reed reeling here. Wesley turning Reed around in the corner. Sending Reed shoulder first into that steel ring post. Went for a drop kick in the corner, reversed by Bronson. Bronson Reed now with a victory roll. Roll up by Reed, and a kick out before one by Wesley. Wesley now receiving a big senton for his troubles. Kip up now by Wesley. Springboard stunner by Lee. Wesley now measuring his man, and here it comes. Went for it, but missed. Big axe handle to the back. Bronson Reed is really starting to feel like he might have this match in the books. Reversal again by Wesley. To the corner goes Bronson Reed. Up and over goes Wesley. Wesley now. 619 around the post. Cover here by Wesley. Is Wesley going to title turmoil? No. Kick out by the big Bronson Reed. To the top rope goes Wesley. Wesley now with a tilt-a-whirl. Moonsault by Wesley. Cover here by Lee. Is this enough? Two. Bronson Reed will not kick out.
Here is your winner, Wesley.
Wesley joins Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, Javon Evans, Cody Rhodes, and Baron Corbin as the sixth man in the AWA title, or AWA television title, 8-man over the top rope battle royal. Now, friends, what we're going to do here is we're going to make this part 1, and then we're going to come back for part 2, which will kick off with Zoe Stark and Rhea Ripley and continue on to the main event, which will be Gunther and Roman Reigns. Join us for part 2. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on AWA TV episode 3, part 2.